The title of this message is The Need for Therapy. Proverbs 13:10 says, "By pride and insolence comes only contention, but with the well advised is skillful and godly wisdom." Many of us need therapy. Many of us are in need of some deep healing, cleansing, and restoration. It is at this point in my life that I realize how much trauma that I've been holding in the deepest parts of me. It is at this point in my life that I realize how much pain lies beneath the surface. And therapy doesn't necessarily have to be sitting in a room with a stranger telling them your deepest, darkest secrets, fears, and failures. There are many things that can bring about restoration in our lives, many things that can bring about healing in our lives, many things that can bring about newness, awakening, and revival in our lives. For me, one of the things that I've always loved to do is going on a nice long walk, especially in nature, getting fresh air, especially with the fresh air that circulates from big, beautiful trees, seeing the sunlight, feeling the sunlight, being kissed by the vitamin D that comes and radiates from the sun. I love a nice hot bath and a good book, especially a self help book, especially a psychology book, especially a book on a topic that helps me to understand myself, that helps me to understand the world around me, and that helps me to understand anything that I may be going through. I believe that cooking is therapy, especially when it's good food, especially when it's food that nourishes your soul. I'm big on delicious and nutritious. One of my favorite things to make is my homemade vegetarian pizza because it's vegetarian, which means it's good for you, but it's also delicious. It tastes good, it's satisfying. And I own a juicer because I know the importance of fresh juice. My favorite is apple juice because it's sweet and it's delicious, but it gives you a good source of fiber to cleanse out your system and to flush out the impurities and the toxins. I love fruit, and fruit carries the seed and therefore is the food of life, the food of renewal and restoration. My favorite fruit is apple. There's a saying that an apple a day keeps the doctor away, and it's true. And I really I know that some people will try to convince you that if you only eat one thing or if you only eat certain things that you don't have a balanced diet, that it's not good for you. But let me ask you this. What is better? To eat just apples or to just eat starchy, high GMO, disease producing foods that cause an increase in the bacteria in your body, that cause an increase in the mucus in your body? Which would you prefer? The food of death or the food of life? I also love strawberries because they're filled with little seeds and they're good. That's my favorite berry. And my favorite melon is the watermelon. And I also love cantaloupe. So I guess my favorite fruits are apple, strawberry, cantaloupe, and watermelon. And yeah, I believe that cooking is therapy. I believe that reading a good book is therapy. A nice hot bath is good therapy. It's another way to help to sweat out a lot of those toxins. A nice walk is good therapy. Sitting in the quiet with a nice cup of herbal tea is good therapy. Talking to someone that you can trust is good therapy. It doesn't have to be a therapist. It can be a relative, it could be a friend, someone that you can trust. Big emphasis on trust. And if all else fails and you don't have a person that you can trust, you can journal. That's good therapy. You can also talk to God. You can pray. That is excellent therapy. Some of my happiest moments, some of my most peaceful moments have been doing my Bible study. And when I sit at my desk and I can open my blinds and I can see the beautiful blue sky and I can see the birds flying and the beautiful sun is shining down on me. That has been some of my best therapy. Just sitting in that word, just being washed with the word, just being consumed with the word, just taking it in and just feeling that peace that surpasses all understanding, feeling that joy, feeling that beautiful, overwhelming sense of calm. We all need therapy, and it isn't a one time thing. Constantly, we have to recalibrate ourselves. Constantly, we have to maintain balance. Constantly, we have to check in with ourselves and make sure that we are okay. And if we're not okay, we have to do everything in our power to get to that okay place, to get to that good place, to get to that place of wellness, to get to that place of peace, to get to that place of calm. We all need therapy. It may look different for some of us. It may be different things for some of us, but nonetheless, we all need it. So let's get it. Let's keep getting it. Let's get to our best selves. Let's get to our healthiest selves. Let's get to our highest selves.